What an incredible performance. See, when the day starts like this, it promises to be absolutely incredible. I'm so excited to see the many young, bright, brilliant faces in the room. My name is Incrementa Andrew, and I'm going to be your MC this afternoon. If you're just joining us, the ExxonMobil Foundation Regional Pitch Competition is the final event of the ExxonMobil Foundation STEM Africa program, implemented in partnership with Junior Achievement Africa. This is an event that you're here to enjoy and to witness. So welcome. This one-day event, is my mic on? One second. This one-day event brings together secondary school students from Angola, Mozambique, Namibia, and Nigeria. These brilliant young students who present innovative solutions to STEM-related challenges. This year marks the second edition of the regional pitch competition under this program. This event is made possible by the kind courtesy of ExxonMobil Foundation in partnership with Junior Achievement Africa. Please help with a round of applause for these partners. A few key things that you just walked into the room to make sure that your experience in this session is as comfortable as possible. We do have a live translation for English and French headsets right there at the entrance. I'd like to kindly remind you to please put your mobile phones on silent so that we don't disturb the ongoing program. To kick things off and give us our opening remarks is President of ExxonMobil Foundation. Please help me with your loudest, most energetic applause for Alvin Abraham.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the second annual ExxonMobil Foundation STEM Africa Regional Finals Pitch Competition, partnership with Junior Achievement Africa. Last year, nearly 3,000 students have participated in the program all across the continent. Over 96% of the students indicated that post our programming and very strong interest in pursuing STEM careers. Today, we're continuing our mission to empower the next generation of African STEM leaders together. On behalf of the ExxonMobil Foundation, I'm proud to celebrate the continuation of this program, which brings classroom learning to life by giving African thinkers, doers, and future leaders the opportunity to create innovative, STEM-based solutions to some of our most significant and challenging problems that we face today. We're joined by qualifying teams representing Nigeria, Namibia, Angola, and Mozambique for the final pitch competitions. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Through brainstorming, idea generation, and collaborative design thinking exercises, these students have been learning new ways to address challenges, including the lack of affordable and efficient technologies in rural areas, access to self-reliant schools, and improved waste collection and reduction. These STEM innovation camps are designed to ignite curiosity, creativity, and problem-solving skills of these future leaders. Our finalist teams were chosen for their creative problem-solving and demonstration of their STEM skills, and we're very proud of them for their journey all the way to Cape Town. Today, you will hear their innovative solutions to some of these enormous challenges we face. Students, we are immensely proud of each and every one of you. Please know it's already a tremendous achievement for you to be here today, because anything that deepens your love and learning of STEM is worthwhile. Your commitment to challenging yourselves and your teammates is truly inspiring. You are the future of Africa, and we are excited to see how you will change the world. We are all rooting for you. Before closing, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to our partners at JA Africa, JA Nigeria, Mines Action Namibia, AEW Angola, and Mozambique. We applaud your steadfast dedication to nurturing STEM talent to help shape Africa's future. Thank you also to the many ExxonMobil employees who volunteered to help our competitors prepare for this today. We appreciate your time and support to make this program a success. You demonstrate why people are truly our company's greatest asset. Thank you all and good luck to our students.
ExxonMobil and the ExxonMobil Foundation are powering the future through STEM education. As a company of engineers and scientists, it's in our DNA. Since 2000, we have collectively invested $1.6 billion in support of education in the areas where we operate around the world. Today, we're investing to inspire and prepare the next STEM generation, helping to refill the pipeline of engineers and scientists. The future workforce of many critical industries depends on it.
Thank you so much, Arlen. We've just learned about the impactful STEM work of ExxonMobil Foundation across Africa. The students' journeys began with online STEM quizzes, followed by zonal STEM quizzes where they faced off against other schools. Those who excelled advanced to the National Innovation Challenge, where they were given a limited time to develop solutions to real-world STEM problems. Let's now watch the video to learn more.
Across Africa, a new generation is proving that innovation has no boundaries. Powered by the ExxonMobil Foundation and Africa, the ExxonMobil Foundation STEM Africa program is unlocking the potential of tomorrow's STEM leaders today.
At the University of Namibia. I participated in the last quiz. It was a quiz for STEM field, and basically in this quiz, it was my first science quiz actually, and it really pushed my confidence. And from then on, we actually won that competition and went on to the innovation field. And then after constant mentorship from Minds in Action at their base and expert advice from other individuals in the STEM industry, we honed our idea even further and we presented it in South Africa, Cape Town, at the Africa Asia Week. Our efforts we played and really built our characters, and it helped us grow as the youth in STEM. You know, it's now we're going to get to advocate for STEM voices and to kind of be the next leaders of the STEM industry.
At the 29th edition of the Big Five Board Awards during the Africa Energy Summit in London, the ExxonMobil Foundation STEM Africa program was honored with a Local Impact Award, driving positive change in African communities. This recognition highlights the program's tangible impact. The Big Five Board Awards honor excellence across Africa's energy sector, highlighting those driving innovation, leadership, and transformation.
Again, what a powerful, powerful initiative. Thank you so much, ExxonMobil, for continuing to empower young minds. And now it's time to announce the teams that we have. Well, 4 teams. I'm going to ask you in the room to please help me celebrate these young brilliant minds. I think just being able to get to the stage of a competition is already such a big deal. Our first team is LaSalle 22 de November from Angola. Second team in the house is Scholar Sprouts from Namibia. I love that screen. That's more the vibe I'm going for. Please keep it coming. I promise I didn't get 200 rands. Okay, we'll negotiate. Our third team, please give it up for Ultra Team from Nigeria. And last team, please give it up for JEAA Environment Friends from Mozambique. And now to introduce you to our wonderful judges, first I'd like to introduce you to Arvin Abraham, President of ExxonMobil Foundation. Arvin joined the foundation in February 2023, bringing nearly 2 decades of experience in public education. He served as a teacher and a school principal, supporting underserved students. He then became founding dean of a college program supporting local income students. Today, Arvin leads the foundation global mission to uplift communities through education and opportunity. Please help me welcome Arvin. Next with us, we have Katrina Fisher, Managing Director of ExxonMobil Angola. Originally from Newfoundland, Canada, Katrina has held leadership roles across the globe, from Kazakhstan to Malaysia to Angola, managing complex oil and gas operations. She began her career with ExxonMobil in 2003 and has since led major projects in production, logistics, and LNG development. Katrina will soon relocate to Houston for a new assignment with the company. Please help me celebrate and welcome Katrina. Lastly, please help me welcome Arn Gibbs, is the General Manager of ExxonMobil Mozambique and Mozambique Rovuma Ventures, leading the development of the Area 4 Rovuma LNG project. With nearly 2 decades at ExxonMobil, Arn brings deep expertise in global markets, having held key commercial roles from London, Qatar, Houston, and Mozambique. He began working on Mozambique's energy projects in 2016 and now oversees strategic operations in the country. Welcome on. We'll now go over the rules of the competition. It has been quite a journey for our students to get to this point. At the National Innovation Camp, the students were presented with 3 challenges to choose from and given an hour to provide a solution on a tight time crunch. Each team has worked together for months, and with the support of ExxonMobil staff as volunteers and mentors, they've refined the solutions that they will present today. So there are 4 stages of this regional pitch competition. First is the pitch competition, where students were required to submit a 1-page summary of the problem and the solution, which the judges have already scored. Second, a 1-minute video of the solution, which the judges have scored as well, and this will be played before our stage pitches today. Third is the stage presentation, which is going to be happening now in this room.
And lastly, the 4th one, very exciting, is a prototype exhibition, which will happen outside this hall and will be open to the judges only first and then the general audience after. Each team will have 10 minutes to present their solutions, which includes a 5 minutes of Q&A by our judges. The students will be judged based on the structure of the presentation, relevance and context, delivery technique, innovation, and originality, and finally, their response to the questions by the judges. Now, to our teams, we do have a timekeeper, my lovely lady right here in red. When it's close to 5 minutes, she'll try to give you this signal that you should start wrapping up, but I believe you've already practiced and you have your time markers down. Now, let's hear it from our teams as they present their innovative solutions to pressing challenges in their communities. Let's celebrate them and celebrate their hard work. So one after the other, I'm going to be calling up the teams, and I want you guys to cheer for them, to celebrate them, to absolutely help them get onto the stage and excitedly present their projects. Are you ready? Hi, guys. Should I bribe you guys with 200 rands as well? Okay, I wouldn't have that much money. Are you guys ready for the competition? Are you ready? First up, please help me welcome Angola. As Angola comes up, they are here to showcase their solution aimed at reducing coastal and marine pollution. One more time for
Saudações a todos, somos do Liceu 22 de Novembro, da equipa de Angola, e o meu nome é Cristina Virgílio.
Bernardo Menezes.
Jaciara Neto.
Josimar Kizoma.
O nosso tema é a recolha dos resíduos sólidos nas valas de drenagem, uma iniciativa inovadora para reduzir a poluição marinha e costeira. Todos os dias nos deparamos com inúmeros resíduos nas valas, que têm causado inúmeras doenças marinhas e humanas.
O projeto consiste na implementação de um protótipo eletromecânico alimentado por energia solar, com opção da energia convencional. A intervenção será feita no município da Samba, em Luanda, e integra uma gestão ambiental para proteger os ecossistemas costeiros.
Para a implementação deste protótipo e sua funcionalidade, iremos precisar de redes de contenção, redes metálicas, contentores de segregação do lixo, painéis solares, baterias e sensores.
Com este projeto, esperamos reduzir significativamente os resíduos sólidos nas valas de drenagem, diminuir a poluição marinha, proteger o meio ambiente e contribuir para o desenvolvimento econômico e social das comunidades locais e visitantes. Com esta proposta,
nos comprometemos a proteger o meio ambiente.
Thank you, Angola. Your time starts now.
Saudações a todos, somos do Liceu 22 de Novembro, da equipa de Angola, e o meu nome é Cristina Virgílio.
Josimar Kizoma.
Jaciara Neto.
Bernardo Menezes.
O nosso projeto tem como tema recolha dos resíduos sólidos nas valas de drenagem, que é uma iniciativa inovadora para reduzir a poluição marinha e costeira.
A nossa trajetória foi de meio de maio a meio de agosto. No meio de maio, onde nos classificamos em terceiro lugar, no primeiro concurso. Já garantimos a passagem para o campo de inovação no mês de junho, onde nos classificamos em primeiro lugar. Já tivemos a preparação com os nossos engenheiros da nossos queridos colegas. Agora estamos aqui para apresentar o nosso projeto.
Nós pretendemos implementar o nosso projeto em Angola, na província de Luanda, município da Samba, no bairro da Coreia, nossa comunidade. E lá estima-se 5.000 habitantes que tenham sido as principais vítimas do grande acúmulo de lixo. Mas com a implementação do nosso projeto, os beneficiários não serão apenas estas 5.000 pessoas. Serão aproximadamente 300.000 pessoas, porque com a sua implementação irá aumentar nas receitas do turismo e garantir um ambiente limpo e sadio para todos. A criação do nosso projeto surgiu a partir de inúmeros desafios. E quais desafios são esses, Jaciara?
Os principais desafios encontrados para a implementação do nosso projeto foram inúmeros resíduos sólidos no interior das valas de drenagem e a poluição marinha, que consequentemente tem poluído os nossos ecossistemas, causando doenças como a cólera, o paludismo, a febre tifoide e a hepatite A, que têm tirado a vida de muitos dos nossos irmãos. Mas para isso, pensamos em uma solução. Bernardo, diz-nos então.
Como resposta direita a resolver esses desafios existentes na nossa comunidade, elaboramos a seguinte proposta, que consiste na criação de um protótipo eletromecânico, um elevador fixado na saída das valas de drenagem. Este elevador é feito de redes metálicas e redes de contenção, funcionando com o auxílio de um motor elétrico e de um sensor de peso. Quando ativado, permite que o elevador saia do interior da vala até a superfície com lixo coletado. A posterior, haverá um circuito em paralelo entre o elevador e as redes de contenção. Enquanto o elevador sobe com o lixo coletado, a nossa rede de contenção desce, contendo o lixo no interior da vala. Todo esse sistema opera com o auxílio da energia solar, que é a nossa energia renovável, que é a energia útil para a implementação do projeto. Os materiais utilizados no projeto são os painéis solares, o que envolve baterias, inversores e equipamentos complementares. Vamos usar o elevador feito de redes metálicas e base. O sistema de reciclagem, o que envolve nossos contentores de lixo para a segregação. Já agora, quais são os custos da implementação deste magnífico projeto?
Inicialmente, nós pensávamos em investir aproximadamente $25.000 na implementação do nosso projeto. Todos nós temos o direito de viver num ambiente sadio e não poluído. Mas quando nós vemos que no município da Samba tem doenças que consomem vidas e recursos, praias abandonadas pelo turismo e toneladas de lixo que envenenam o mar. Agora, com a implementação do nosso projeto, a história muda, porque teremos a redução de doenças, valorização do turismo, poupança de dinheiro e não só, ainda assim, a possibilidade de nós transformarmos os resíduos em riqueza. O nosso projeto não é só mais do que uma solução técnica, é um investimento na saúde, na dignidade e na esperança da nossa comunidade. Cristina, diga-nos qual é o impacto esperado do nosso projeto.
Os principais impactos do nosso projeto são a redução dos inúmeros resíduos sólidos nas valas de drenagem, a redução da poluição marinha e costeira, a melhoria nos ecossistemas costeiros, assim como a melhoria na economia. O nosso projeto não é apenas fazer a recolha dos resíduos nas valas de drenagem, mas sim um compromisso que nós temos com a nossa comunidade a unir tecnologia e energia. Com esta proposta, nos comprometemos a proteger o meio ambiente. Obrigada.
All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for your presentation. It was exciting to hear about what you've thought about to help protect those marine environments. Could you share, were there any other solutions that you thought about first as you examined this problem, and what made you decide against those solutions and lean towards this one?
Mais uma vez, saudações aos jurados e todos aqui presentes. A grande decisão pela formação deste projeto foi o nosso município. A gente encontrou diversas dificuldades, principalmente os lixos que encontramos nas valas de drenagem. E eles posteriormente vão até o mar, causando assim a poluição do mar. A gente perde as receitas turísticas, a gente sofre com doenças que vêm da água, como a cólera, o paludismo e a febre tifoide. A gente pensou nesta solução de acabarmos, né, com estas doenças e estes maus que vêm afetando as nossas vidas, porque a gente sonha com uma Angola próspera e melhor. A gente quer que isto acabe. Por isso é que pensamos neste projeto.
Mas olha, gosto muito dessa ideia. E todos nós que moramos em África, muitos lugares em África, têm essa mesma problema de lixo. E eu acho que quando você vê lixo na rua é mal, mas quando você vê lixo na água é ainda pior. E todo mundo, e todas as pessoas que você está na rua andando ou no carro, você veja esse lixo, eu quero fazer alguma coisa. Então, meu pergunta para vocês é que como é que vocês vão comunicar e falar com os seus stakeholders? E quais são esses stakeholders, esses grupos importantes? E como é que vocês sugeriam comunicar com eles para ajudar com o seu problema?
Licença, senhor juiz. Poderia, por favor, novamente repetir a pergunta?
Okay. Então, quais são os grupos, os stakeholders que são importantes E como é que vocês sugerem para comunicar com eles? O que é o plano para comunicar com essas pessoas importantes?
Sim, nós temos um plano antes da elaboração do nosso projeto. Antes da implementação do nosso projeto na comunidade, no grupo local, vamos ter uma campanha de sensibilização para explicar melhor à comunidade sobre os impactos que o projeto traz no mesmo local. Porque não podemos simplesmente pegar o nosso projeto e colocar sem o consenso da comunidade. A comunidade tem que saber o que é que esse projeto traz para eles, o que é que esse projeto vai melhorar na qualidade de vida da comunidade. Vamos fazer essa campanha e assim a comunidade vai entender melhor sobre o nosso projeto.
Boa, obrigado.
Thank you all for your time and commitment to helping solve a local community problem. I appreciate all the work you put into this project. Can you tell me, obviously you've been working on this now for several weeks and months. Tell me a challenge that you faced in working together through this project, and how did you overcome it, and what did you do to solve that challenge before you landed on this final prototype?
Sim, para a
And that's
implementação
time
do
up
nosso
for
projeto,
Angola.
nós
Sorry.
encontramos inúmeros desafios.
Time up, Angola. Round of applause for Angola. Thank you so much, Angola. One more round of applause as they take off from the stage.
Moving forward, the judges will do a better job of watching the time as well. So we'll only ask 2 questions. So I want to apologize to the team for taking up their time.
Understood. Thank you so much. One incredible presentation, guys. I think if your applause is representation of how much you enjoyed it, then I don't think we did such a great job. One more round of applause for Angola. Thank you so much. Our next team coming onto the stage, please give it up for Namibia. Team Namibia will present a redesigned, user-friendly aquaponics system to address their solution to food insecurity. Please help me welcome Namibia.
Imagine sitting in a classroom, your mind clouded by hunger, expected to learn, to excel. For over 50 million learners in Africa, this is their reality. Rising food prices and droughts have made school feeding programs unreliable, leaving children hungry.
That's why we designed a smart and user-friendly aquaponics system in which we combine fish farming and crop farming. We aim to produce nutritious fish and crops for consumption. Our system is designed with the user in mind, and this is how. We utilize a 3D printed frame along with a biofilter system which converts ammonia and fish waste into nutrients for plants with the help of bacteria.
We employ a smart monitoring system that uses sensors to help teachers and learners measure water quality at their plants, ensuring healthy fish and plants with minimal effort.
Our system principle in the soft land are providing hands-on lessons in sustainable farming and aquaponics. We aim to achieve SDG 2, SDG 4, and SDG 12.
We are Team Scholars Proud.
Thank you, Namibia. Your time starts now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are Team Scholar Sprouts, and today we present to you a future where we take a step towards eradicating hunger with the help of STEM. We endured prolonged working hours, clashing ideas, and even the pressure of exams. However, through great mentorship, we stand here ready to show the world what Team Namibia is all about. Now, we want to start off by telling you a story about a school. Ondawo Mobile Primary School in Namibia's Kunene region, to be specific. This school has over 3,000 learners in its 30 mobile units, each of these learners having hopes and dreams for the future. However, these hopes and dreams are hushed so soon due to unreliable school feeding programs caused by rising food prices and droughts. And this isn't just a story of one child or one school. No, it's a story of 65 million children across Africa. What's missing is a sustainable alternative that empowers these communities to take charge of their own food security.
To end this cycle of hunger, we've designed Scholar Sprouts, a solution which integrates both fish farming and crop farming. It utilizes the waste produced by fish and transforms it into vital nutrients needed for plants. The system works in the following ways. It begins in a fish tank where tilapia or catfish are grown for consumption. And as they grow and are fed, they produce waste. This waste is pumped through a biofilter, which filters the waste and transforms it now to nutrients, leaving us with nutrient-filled water that can flow along plant beds where crops like cabbage or beans absorb the nutrients, leaving us with clean water in the end that is returned to the fish tank to close the sustainable loop. Now, as this takes place, we have several sensors embedded within the system to measure water quality, for example, pH or temperature. Schools can use a model like this and scale it up to use a 1 cubic meter fish tank. With that, they can grow up to 190 kilograms of tilapia fish and even grow up to 700 heads of cabbage annually.
So, as mentioned before, we use sensors to track water quality. But the real innovation, the real magic of our system is how this data comes alive through the app we created. The app doesn't just display figures, it transforms them into clear, practical, and realistic guidance. For example, if water quality were to drop, our app will provide the user with a step-by-step solution on how to solve this problem. This means that even without technical expertise, schools can manage the system effectively and with confidence. Additionally, we implemented a microcontroller with a Wi-Fi module that allows for real-time connectivity to our app. This means that you could be anywhere. You could be at the ExxonMobil headquarters in Texas, USA, or right here in Cape Town and still be able to manage and control our system. So what we're offering to you here today isn't just food production. It's an intelligent tool that empowers teachers and learners to take full control over their food security.
Scholar Sprout isn't just an aquaponic setup. It saves water, eradicates hunger, and uses solar power as a renewable source of energy because electricity in rural areas is scarce. It isn't just a system, it's a lifeline. Earlier, we asked you to imagine a starving child in rural Africa. Now picture that same child happily walking to their school garden, harvesting some fresh cabbages and enjoying a lovely meal with tilapia that they raised. The children don't just learn chemistry, biology, or coding, but by implementing our system into their curriculum, they live it. And we're not just stopping here. Today it's one school, tomorrow it's crisis regions. In 10 years, it's hundreds of schools across the globe, each one self-sustaining, each one breaking this cycle of hunger. Scholar Sprouts aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals, specifically SDG 2, Zero Hunger, SDG 4, Quality Education, and SDG 12, ensuring that no child's education is ever lost to hunger.
Let's work together to make sustainability easy. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's make sustainability easy. Together.
Thank you very much for the time and commitment you put into developing your project. I can see why you're here with us today. I'm really curious to hear a little bit more about the technology you are hoping to create or creating. Talk to us a little bit about some of the challenges you faced as you were considering this app, and give us a couple of examples of some of the data that you'd collect to help continue to refine settings for the app.
Okay, so one of the challenges in creating the app was trying to make the app user friendly. Because one of the things with aquaponics is it requires a lot of technical expertise. It requires you to know the biology of the fish, the biology of the plants, and how to read and manage these sensors. So we decided to implement this app so we make it easier for the user to understand. We added the values so it makes it so it's clearer for the user to understand when we added step-by-step examples of how to solve the problem. For example, if the water temperature were to rise, the user won't be able to maybe see this or test it because they are in crisis regions, they are in rural schools. So maybe they won't be able to read this. That's why our app has these sensors that will see that the temperature rose and will tell the user, oh, the temperature rose, turn on the fan, for example.
Other components that our system measures is, for example, nutrient level. So it measures how much nutrients are going to the plants. It also measures the ammonia level, which is now the waste that the fish produce, which will be transformed to nutrients. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Really enjoyed your presentation and love your energy for your project. It's clear that you have passion to bring this across your country. As you've looked at it, it sounded like you'd suggested tilapia and cabbage. How did you choose those products? Was there other things you considered, and what makes those unique to Namibia and to this problem?
Well, it's simple. We looked at our country. We thought to ourselves, what's something that is eaten often in our country? What can be implemented into the balanced diets of our country? And that's when we came up with cabbage along with tilapia. The tilapia provides cabbage, while the tilapia provides protein, while the cabbage provides several other nutrients to our learners and communities.
We also thought about the price of each cabbage and tilapia and comparing them to other fishes and like protein and vegetables, and we noticed that tilapia is cheaper compared to catfish or koi, which can also be grown in aquaponic systems.
Now, I don't have a question, but I will say I love how this is a sustainable product where it's recycled. The waste from the fish goes back into the flowers, and you can see this sort of thing in classrooms. And the kids the classes themselves take ownership of it, and you're vested in it because you want it to succeed. Very good.
Thank you so much. Now, finally, I have a celebration because I thought maybe I'm in a room somewhere in Europe, because in Africa, we ululate when we clap. We don't just celebrate. We ululate, we clap, we make sounds. So please, one more round for Team Namibia. Up next, please help me welcome our third team, Nigeria. I give Nigeria a few minutes to set up and also allow our judges a few seconds to put down their scores.
Whilst in the Mozambique water, millions of students across Nigeria and Africa walk miles or even drink from dirty ponds.
According to UNICEF, over 60 million Nigerians lack clean water, and every year, thousands die from diseases like cholera and typhoid. One in two school absences is caused by unsafe water.
This is worrisome.
This is scary. This is sad.
School, Brigade Ultra Clean, a sustainable water solution for classrooms and homes. Unlike chlorine tablets or fragile filters, it requires no constant replacement. Powered by the sun, it's durable, renewable, and environmentally free.
Ultra uses sand, biochar, and charcoal, and even the byproduct serves as fertilizer, supporting farmers, making Ultra Clean just more than a filter, but a life changer.
From my home to our school, to our farms and our future.
Ultra Clean is proof that every drop of water can be a drop of life.
Thank you very much. I love this.
Nigeria will introduce a water purification system that combines natural filtration with UV technology. Nigeria, your time starts now.
Raise your hand if you drank water today.
Good. Now keep your hand up if you're absolutely certain that that water was clean and safe. In Cairo, a suburb in Nigeria, most hands would never go up, as many people fetch from streams and ponds so dirty that the water itself could kill. And there lies a problem. A very good day, distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone listening in. We are students of Government Science Secondary School Maitama in Abuja, Nigeria. And here is our voice. According to UNICEF, over 69 million Nigerians still lack access to clean water. And in rural areas like Karu, fewer than 50% of the households have a safe supply of clean water. The Federal Ministry of Water Resources also warns that unsafe water causes 70,000 Nigerian deaths yearly, especially from cholera and diarrhea outbreaks. And behind those numbers are real children, like 12-year-old Zainab, who has to walk 3 kilometers every morning to fetch muddy pond water before school. By the time she gets to class, she's already exhausted. And that's a reality we want to change. Now, our solution is ultra clean, renewable, affordable, and scalable. Built not just for our homes, but for our schools, our farms, and even disaster zones. Unlike other water purifiers, Ultra Clean turns waste into value, as our materials are gotten from local waste around us, and our biochar filter can be used as fertilizer to improve local farming. Now, our components are simple but innovative. We have our rechargeable batteries, our UV light bulbs, our sand, biochar, activated charcoal, reflective sides, solar panel, and a rugged casing tough enough for Abuja sun and Karu's rain. Now, all this costs simply 70,000 naira, approximately 46 US dollars, making our selling price a unique 80,000 naira, approximately 54 US dollars, far cheaper than the other average water purifiers in the market. How does it work? Well, the water passes through the organic filters to remove dirt and odor. And then the UV light kills the bacteria and germs like E. coli and cholera. And then the reflective sides ensure that UV light reaches all parts of the water, and your result is crystal clear, odor-free, safe water. We even tested in our classmates. Don't worry, he survived and asked for a second class.
The impact is real. You see, one unit serves up to 15 people per use, enough for classrooms, households, and even firm clusters. With this, mothers spend less time fetching water, students spend more time learning, and families spend less on hospital bills. All these benefits just for 80,000 naira, approximately 54 US dollars, a lot cheaper than many other imported purifiers costing hundreds of thousands. Our project also ties directly with 6 UN Sustainable Development Goals, which are SDG 3, good health and well-being; SDG 4, quality education; SDG 6, clean water and sanitation; SDG 7, affordable and clean energy; SDG 12, responsible consumption and production; and SDG 13, climate action. But what of other popular purifiers in the market? Why Kowe Aqua Mega 200C costs $500, Kuku RO Prime cost $1,300, and LG Puricare cost $1,500. Guess what? Ultra Clean delivers clean and safe water for just $54. Our unique selling proposition is simple: affordability without compromise, ensuring that clean and safe water is accessible to everyone.
Now, let's share our journey. We're here today based on our experiences, seeing classmates like Zainab missing school because of unsafe water. Our first prototype was rough. We called it the UV purifier, but we improved the reflective sides and stronger materials. Every step, we asked one question: will this keep Zainab in school and safe? Our team consists of young innovators who believe clean water is not a privilege, it is a right. We don't just point out our problems, we build solutions. And here's our future vision: scaling Ultra Clean across rural Abuja and then Nigeria, installing units in markets, schools, and IDP camps. Partnership with UNICEF, NGOs, and governments. Installing smart sensors for water quality monitoring. And in 5 years, adapting Ultra Clean for rural communities across Africa.
Bringing it all to a close, Albert Einstein once said, "The future depends on what you do today." Today, we invite you to imagine a Nigeria where no child has to raise a hand in doubt of the water they drink. A Nigeria where no child has to choose between thirst and disease. Ultra Clean isn't just any purifier. It's a lifeline, an affordable solution, and a promise, because every drop of water
should be a drop of life.
Thank you. I am Abu Helen.
I'm Adeshokon Oluwasimilore.
And I am Y. Richard, and we are Team Ultra Clean.
I really liked how you showed the alliances, the stakeholders that you needed. A lot of these things become partnerships between business and government and community leaders. You mentioned in your slide about local materials, that your prototype was built with local materials. Can you talk a little bit more about what local materials were used?
Okay, so in our prototype here, or in the model, we have made use of 3 waste materials found in our society. The first is sand. Sand is everywhere, and people tend to ignore it and throw it away. Meanwhile, this sand has the power to absorb dirt that is hidden in water, because it makes it reduces the turgidity in water. Also, is biochar. Biochar is the remnant of burnt sawdust. This has the potential to absorb organic pollutants and oils. Thirdly is charcoal. Charcoal helps to remove inorganic pollutants and also absorbs odors that can be found in water.
Thank you very much for your presentation and your energy. It's clear to see you really care about your community. As you've thought about this this project and this prototype, who do you see as your customer, and what challenges have you foreseen those customers having?
All right. So, based on our project, our main target audiences are middle-aged mothers, which they spend their time usually going to muddy streams, fetching dirty water, stressing themselves, putting pressure on themselves. That's why we provide Ultra Clean to make solutions for them.
Thank you all for the time and energy. The other thing that's exciting about your team is that you are great salespeople. So you got to make sure that you use that to your advantage in the future. Good job.
Thank you so much. One more round of applause for the team. Thank you, Alvin. I couldn't agree more. I actually wanted to ask if they have any units on sale after this. I'm loving every presentation, but to be honest with you, I think it's an exposure of the devastating stats and problems that we have in Africa. And it's exciting that we're creating solutions towards this, but also just very incredibly worrying. If there are any people who live in South Africa in the audience, I think you'll find the next presentation very exciting, because our team will propose energy solutions to support community development. Please help me welcome our 4th and last team for the day, Mozambique. We'll have Mozambique's video play.
Por conta dos insurgentes em Cabo Delgado, a cidade de Pemba apresenta muitos deslocados. A comunidade de Paquete Cat sofre com a falta de acesso à água potável, energia elétrica e sistemas adequados de saneamento como latrinas, fazendo com que ocorra o fecalismo a céu aberto.
O nosso projeto visa solucionar problemas de saneamento e energia. E para isso faremos a instalação de um carrossel manual e de um biodigestor. O carrossel servirá para bombear água de forma fácil e acessível para sanitários que instalaremos na área de assentamento de Paquitiquete e ajudará também no processo de funcionamento do biodigestor.
A partir das fezes humanas, nós iremos produzir biogás. Esse biogás, uma parte vai ir para confeccionar os alimentos e outra parte vai entrar no nosso gerador, onde vai converter o biogás em energia elétrica. Essa energia elétrica vai ser usada para a iluminação da comunidade.
Com o nosso projeto, esperamos diminuir o índice de fecalismo ao céu aberto, melhorar as condições de vida das zonas rurais com energia e alimentação.
Saudações, eu sou Esperança.
Eu sou Jerônimo.
Eu sou Ami.
Eu sou Albertina.
Nós somos the GIA Enviro Friends, estudantes da Escola Secundária de Mchafutene, representando Moçambique, carinhosamente conhecido como a Pérola do Índico. Ao norte, na província de Cabo Delgado, a cidade de Pemba tornou-se um dos principais centros de acolhimento dos deslocados. Isto devido à insurgência militar. Muitos deles vivem em Paquitiquete, um bairro situado junto ao litoral, onde a vida está longe de ser fácil. O fecalismo a céu aberto tornou-se uma prática recorrente, porque não há latrinas. Este ato prejudica a saúde, sobretudo das crianças, que são as mais vulneráveis. Além disso, não há água potável. Mulheres e crianças têm que percorrer longas distâncias em busca do líquido precioso. E mesmo depois de encontrarem, ela é imprópria para o consumo. A isso complica muito a vida deles. E quando regressam ao acampamento, não há energia elétrica. A escuridão toma conta de tudo, limitando o acesso à informação, aumentando a insegurança e impedindo o desenvolvimento.
Hoje nós trazemos uma solução inovadora e sustentável para solucionar esse problema que afeta a comunidade de Paquitiquete, a falta de saneamento e água. A nossa proposta chama-se EcoVix. Ela combina dois elementos essenciais, um carrossel manual e um biodigestor. O carrossel servirá para bombear água de forma fácil e acessível para as áreas de reassentamento de Paquitiquete e também ajudará no processo de funcionamento do biodigestor. E o biodigestor transforma os resíduos orgânicos, tais como as fezes, em dois grandes benefícios, biogás e biofertilizantes. O biogás servirá para a produção de eletricidade e biofertilizante servirá para aumentar a capacidade de produção dos campos agrícolas desta área de reassentamento de Paquitiquete. Assim, a nossa solução não só resolve o problema de saneamento e energia, como também aumenta a quantidade de produtos agrícolas desta comunidade.
Mas como funciona o nosso ciclo? Primeiro temos o carrossel, que enquanto as crianças se divertem, gera um movimento que bomba água manualmente até o tanque de armazenamento, onde será utilizada para a irrigação dos campos, para o uso doméstico, também vai ser canalizada para os sanitários, onde vai ajudar a drenar o esterco até o biodigestor. Biodigestor, que é um sistema fechado onde acontece a fermentação. Nesse processo, libera dois produtos, biogás e biofertilizantes. Biofertilizante será utilizada para fertilizar as hortas da própria comunidade. E o biogás segue em outro compartimento, que é o gasômetro externo, onde entra em contato com o solvente. O solvente, que é a água, para separar o gás metano do dióxido de carbono, assim obtendo um gás mais limpo. Que 60% desse gás será conduzida ao nosso conversor para converter o gás em energia. E também para a iluminação direta e carregar as baterias de reserva. E 40% será dirigido à cozinha comunitária para confeccionar os alimentos da própria comunidade. Assim, o nosso ciclo transforma a diversão para obter a água e transforma a matéria-prima que a própria comunidade gera para obter uma sustentabilidade social melhorada.
O EcoVix tem o objetivo de melhorar a qualidade de vida dos deslocados por insurgência militar, fornecendo condições básicas essenciais, como a energia elétrica para a iluminação do acampamento, água potável e combustível para a cozinha. Mas não só. O projeto não para por aqui. Ele tem um grande contributo na saúde pública, reduzindo doenças como a cólera, a hepatite a dissenteria e a febre tifoide. Visa na proteção do meio ambiente, na redução da mortalidade infantil e no melhoramento das condições sanitárias, bem como reduz as longas distâncias que percorriam à procura de água, porque já teriam como confeccionar os alimentos e realizar as atividades domésticas sem ter que passar por tudo isso. O EcoVix também tem um grande contributo no aumento à produtividade agrícola, com o estrume que é liberado pelo biodigestor, bem como reduz o lixo orgânico, aquele que pode ser usado no biodigestor para produzir gás. O custo estimado do projeto é de aproximadamente $50 mil. Numa população de 132 mil deslocados, o projeto piloto inicialmente vai ajudar cerca de 5 mil pessoas. Estamos a falar de 1.000 famílias. EcoVix, amigo do ambiente, pelo bem-estar da comunidade.
Calma.
Thank you very much, Team Mozambique. Excellent job coming up with a project that has such impactful investments in the community. Please tell me a challenge that you faced. So you've been through many steps of the competition now for the last several months. And in this last phase for coming to Cape Town, tell me a challenge that you faced and how did you overcome that challenge?
Os desafios que nós enfrentamos foram integrar as ideias, porque nós queríamos ajudar, mas nós vimos que temos que nos focar em uma comunidade. Nós temos que ajudar o pouco para poder expandir, porque o objetivo é realmente melhorar a qualidade de vida. Então, nós tivemos que condensar, trazer uma proposta sólida e super sustentável. Esse foi o desafio que nós enfrentamos.
Uma boa ideia e, mais uma vez, estou muito feliz de ver ideias que são sustentáveis na ideia na cidade. Mas sempre, às vezes, sempre são a problema de long term, sustentamento e manutenção. O que você proposta pode fazer para como é que nós podemos sustenar, manter essa coisa nas aldeias de Cabo Delgado?
É assim, nós sabemos que pensamos nisso também quando pensamos no projeto. O esterco não acaba. Sempre nós remos, desculpa a expressão, mas nós sempre remos defecar. Então, é um projeto que não tem como parar. É um projeto que sempre nós iremos implementar balneários na comunidade, porque lá não tem, como minha colega disse. Então, o esterco sempre haverá, então sempre haverá produção de biogás. Não precisa de nada, é só fezes num lugar fechado onde não há oxigênio e já está, temos gás.
Obrigado.
Okay, just wanted to say, to echo the words of my co-judges here and say thank you. It was great to hear your commitment to your community. This is, I'm sure, some very challenging times for the group that you mentioned, and you've thought about many of the components that impact their daily lives and also how that carry on in the future. So well done for thinking about your community and thinking about how you can help them to have a safe and secure and productive environment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Give it up for the team. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Angola, Namibia, Nigeria, and Mozambique. I think we can all agree that it stopped being a competition 2 rounds ago. What we just witnessed right now is a battlefield. The teams have absolutely battled it out. They've left it on the floor. I hate to be a judge right now. I feel sorry for you. Alvin, Arn, Katrina, you guys are absolutely in trouble. What an incredible presentation. Now that the competition is done, I'd love to hear the opinions of the judges. I'll start with you, Alvin.
I'm incredibly impressed that young people who are putting their minds together can come up with these incredibly, the themes that I saw across all of the projects were a focus on sustainability. So things that could continually be sort of used over and over again with renewable resources and just really innovative and outside of the box thinking. It was clear also that they worked very well together. There was camaraderie. It's clear that they spent a lot of time practicing. So the flow was simple and easy. So in addition to developing really strong projects that could lead to really strong impacts in the community, their presentation skills, the soft skills that they acquired through this process were pretty phenomenal. So very impressed with the ability to stand up in front of a stage of hundreds of people with video cameras and everything in front of you to put this together in a country that many of you probably never been to before. It's just really, really spectacular. Fantastic job. Fantastic job.
I agree. Super confident. I think a round of applause for their mentors, their teachers. What an incredible job you guys have done. Lady of the moment, Katrina, I'd love to know your thoughts.
Thank you. I'll echo some of what Alvin has said, but the teamwork, the creativity, the sustainable piece, the thoughtfulness. Like if I think about how comprehensive, these solutions were, there's many challenges that surround us, particularly in Africa, and those skill sets that you're developing and working hard at are going to be so impactful in the future of Africa and many of these things. So having seen, some of this process throughout, just so proud of the students and the courage that they've shown today to take this step forward. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll just add, I mean, I'm amazed. There was a moment where I'm like, am I sitting in like an NBA forum or a professional pitch forum? It's really inspiring. And I'm telling you, the lessons you learned here, these, as Katrina said, these problems aren't going away, right? And we're all doing our part to take little chunks out of these problems at a time. But with what I see here today, what you see are leaders of the future who are learning how to identify, assess, and solve problems. And that's exactly what the world needs today. So very well done.
I agree, Anna. I wasn't sure where I was sitting, but I wanted everything, absolutely everything on stage. When you're having so much fun, it feels like just time runs towards the clock. And so as we get to a wrap up and to a close, I'd like to ask two of our leaders to give us their closing remarks. First up, please help me welcome Executive Director, ExxonMobil Foundation, Alison Rana.
All right, so well, I was going to say welcome, but thank you all. Now we're at the end of the day. I first want to thank our judges. Obviously, your experience and skill sets in engineering and education are the critical piece to evaluating our students today. And you've said already how much you've appreciated and enjoyed what they've learned and brought. Also want to thank our partners and mentors, not just the students, but all of you have been spending months and months and months working on this, starting all the way from the Kahoot quizzes, started back in April, all the way up to today. If some of you may not have realized, we have some students from Cape Town here who also came. So I hope this also, thanks for coming. I'm glad you all made it. They had just finished exams on Friday, so I was glad that they were actually able to come. I hope this also gives you some spark and interest and excitement in the world of STEM. You have your own challenges here at home, and so hopefully you can take away and start thinking about your own ideas of how you can make your own solutions for your communities here at home. And then for our students competing here today, I want to thank you all for the hard work. I know it's not easy. It's a lot of time in school, out of school, working together, practicing. All these things you've learned, not just the STEM skills, but you've learned, as you heard from the judges, problem solving, constantly being challenged, how to work as a team, how to listen to each other's ideas, how to influence and convince people that your idea is the good one, or maybe how to accept that maybe someone has an idea better than yours, and how do you build and get stronger as a team because of that. This is not something that will just benefit you all in school. This is the rest of your life. These are skills that are going to continue to benefit you. So I want all of you to take that away. Keep up the hard work in school. We look forward and we'll continue to watch and see how you grow from here. We look forward to seeing what you do next. I hope we are looking at a room full of future scientists and engineers, and those that will continue to affect and benefit all those in their countries. So now the hard work is done. All of our students, now you get to relax. You get to go enjoy Cape Town, and we will see you tomorrow on stage at the gala. So good luck and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
I think another thing for me when I was listening to the presentations, I was like, I thought I was smart, but maybe not really. And it made me think of that video. There's this video on TikTok where there's a child showing a grown man how to use a phone or how to put up the brightness. And then once he figures it out, he looks at the phone and he says, technology. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking every time they were presenting. I was like, technology. Yeah. So excited. Thank you so much, students. Again, to give our closing remarks, please help me welcome the VP of Programs for Junior Achievement Africa, Akuswa Esman.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here again. We were here last year. We are excited to be partnering with ExxonMobil Foundation again this year. As we close today's competition, I was just reflecting briefly on the journey that has brought all of us here. In 2024, when we began our partnership with ExxonMobil Foundation, the vision was simple and ambitious: to spark curiosity, drive innovation, and open doors of opportunity for Africans' young people through STEM. And through this partnership, we've had the opportunity to put that belief into action on a truly transformative scale. You may see 16 young people here, but know that over 5,000 young people have actually gone through the program, through the various quizzes, through the various innovation camps. They just happen to qualify at the regional innovation camp and are here today. So imagine the ripple effect of 5,000 young people whose curiosity, whose innovation has been sparked. So thank you very much, ExxonMobil. We are grateful for that. Let's give them a big round of applause. We've watched these young minds design renewable energy solutions, tackle pressing challenges in water and sanitation, and reimagine a future of sustainable development for our continent. And the world is also taking notice of that. What we've seen here today from every team that pitched is further proof of what's possible when young people are given the tools, mentorship, and platform to lead. And that's one of the vision of JA Africa. We believe that when young people are provided with the right opportunities, the right mentorship, they become valuable to the society. So thank you all for being a part of this journey and for reminding us of why we do the work that we do. To conclude, we just want to say thank you once again to ExxonMobil Foundation. A big round of applause to the staff of ExxonMobil. They have spent time with all these students, mentoring them on a weekly basis, helping them to define their ideas, and then also to come up with a prototype. So to all the staff of ExxonMobil who are here, if you are here, just give us a wave. Thank you so much for your time and for supporting us today. To our partners, that we work with in the countries, thank you so much for doing this with us. To the chaperones and the teachers, we know it's not easy. You have your day-to-day things that you have to do with the students, and then you have to do this extracurricular activity with them. So thank you. And to the stars of the show, our students, give me a wave. Thank you so much for your time, the effort that you've put into this. Like Alison mentioned, beyond these ideas that you've come up with is the soft skills that you have developed, and that's what you are going to need for the world of work. The team working skills, Monday morning meetings, you have to stand and present. You've already done that in front of all this audience. So well done, and see you all next year once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those closing remarks. So before we close, we have two very important things we need to do. We'd like to take pictures with our students and with our judges. So in the following order, we'll have our pictures. We'll have our judges and students, our students in all mobile, ExxonMobil stuff after, and then we'll have country pictures per country. But whilst we're doing this, we'd like to invite the audience to interact with our students. We also have exhibition tables outside showing you these solutions, walking you through them. Please interact with our students. They're ready to answer your questions, to have conversations with you. This has been such an inspiring afternoon. Thank you so much to ExxonMobil, JA Africa. So I will have everyone else stay for the pictures, and for our audience, please interact, stay around, and we'd love to chat to you. Thank you. My name is Incremela Andrew. Have a good afternoon.